radio's on and I'm in my head. Song was on repeat. Was learning. Hello, everyone. I brought a friend with me today. Please join me in welcoming a powerhouse on the UK indie scene, another incredible talent hailing from guess where, Bristol, who has been turning heads from BBC introducing to the airwaves of future hits. He's a master at storytelling who's not afraid to put his raw emotion into his lyrics. And he's found the perfect combination of guitar tone and vocal reverb that brings together elements of rockabilly, modern pop, and acoustic indie singer-songwriting bops. Vibes, emotions, intensity, honesty. Joey Gardiner, welcome to Fuck, Marry, Music.
Hello.
Hello! Oh yeah, I was supposed to tell you this backstage. I do a really terrible British accent. I'm so sorry. It's like a part of my personality now. I can't stop it. Like they're already saying in the chat, you can't see it. They're saying, do the British accent. It'll come out when it's ready.
Bottle of water.
Bottle of water. So I apologize in advance. I'm not making fun of you. It's just totally a silly bit. So I've been listening to your music, as you can imagine, in preparation for this interview. And it's just such a delight to listen to your music. I love it. It's very chill. It's very vibey, easy to put on and listen to all day while I'm working. So that's exactly what I've been doing. So thank you for that, honestly. You know, I listen to a lot of metal, so it's a nice palate cleanser.
Well, thank you very much for listening. Yeah.
I wanted to start off by talking about some of your major milestones that you've hit over the last couple of years. Back in 2022, your track Dirt Cigarette, great name by the way, was named Track of the Week by Adam Crowther on BBC Bristol Upload. In 2023, you were invited onto BBC Bristol where you played 8 original songs and a cover of Purple Rain. You were also highlighted on Hotbox, yeah. Hotbox, as an artist disrupting the scene, which is definitely a good thing. Your song Bloodbath received traction on Future Hits and BBC Introducing, which that was a song you just released towards the back half of last year. And most recently, like 3 days ago or something, you were on BBC Radio.
Yeah, that was mental. That was BBC 5. So that was unreal. We went to the broadcasting house in London, which we had to navigate the tube, which I don't know how to do.
Right.
So
right.
Jed, our guitarist, he was the leader, and we were just following him around.
Wow.
Yeah, that was amazing. London, yeah.
Incredible stuff. Was that always on your radar to do something like that with BBC, or was that just like totally out of the blue? Like, whoa, what is this?
Yeah, it was definitely something I wanted to aim towards. But it happened. Thanks to, Yes Please and stuff.
Right.
And, you get invited in to BBC 5 studios, talk to Patrick Kilty, to talk about football, which I'm supporting one of the worst teams in England right now, which
Good
is
for
Tottenham
you.
Hotspur.
They need your support.
Yeah, they really do. I think some people are turning their backs on them, which is so sad. But I'm loyal.
It happens.
Yeah, no, it's a dream come true. Like, it was unreal to actually step foot in like the main BBC broadcasting house.
Mm-hmm.
That's where like we all watch the news and stuff. So it's quite cool to see all that.
Yeah, it's stuff. Like real. It's like real.
Yeah,
big boy adult shit.
Yeah, and we saw the TARDIS from Doctor Who. If you've ever seen that.
Whoa, that's crazy.
It was really crazy. I hope it was the real one. Well, it must have been. Obviously, like, it's not real, but
it was the real one. It was the real one.
Yeah.
That's my reality.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, like, what are your other milestones that you're looking to achieve, both big and small ones? Because obviously, like I always say, Madison Square Garden, let's say, is a big one or something like that. But
yeah,
there's smaller, more attainable ones somewhere in there too, I think.
I'd definitely love to obviously like hit Radio 1 and Radio 2 as well.
Like a version?
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
Eventually playing Glastonbury, but I definitely, that's one of the bigger ones.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
Yeah, obviously, like I'm not gonna go straight in and play the pyramid stage because that's quite a big one.
Davisaurus in my community said tiny desk.
Tiny desk, that's such a good shout. That's another in my head, like kind of big one there as
It is
well.
pretty big.
Would you say? Because it's like obviously you got to keep grinding for it, and then bang. Who did I watch the other day? Rex. Rex
Yes.
Orange. Yeah, I watched his. I love him.
So good.
Like, has Frank Ocean ever done a tiny desk?
Oh, that's a good question. Let's Google it. Frank Ocean tiny desk. You a Frank Ocean fan?
Yeah, believe it or not, I listen to so much Frank Ocean. I think he's unreal. I know obviously I'm like very indie alternative, but Frank is just he's a genius.
Let's see. Yes, he has.
He has.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Paul from me. I'm a big fan of his.
Yeah. But you know, it could be a smaller goal because they do a battle of the bands.
Yeah.
So what they do is you submit I don't know if you have to be in the States for that though, but you can submit videos of yourself. Like, this is what my tiny desk concert would be if I could do it.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It's not a bad one.
Yeah, I'd love to obviously do a tiny desk. There's so many things, and it's like I'm getting a brain fart now.
I know. You'll think of it later and you'll message me and be like, that's what I should have said.
Yeah, I'll be like, that was it. I remember.
I'm curious, what cover would you do if you got on BBC One and got to do their like a version?
I'd love to do Purple Rain again, but like with a full ensemble, just because I love that song so much. But recently, I don't know if it's been overused because you know in Stranger Things, obviously it was played and now everyone's played it.
Right.
I don't know. I definitely think like a Tom O'Dell song.
Okay.
Black Friday. You ever heard that one?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, that's an unreal song.
Okay, Black Friday.
Or something like Time After Time.
Ooh.
Silly Loper.
You could do a lot with that.
Just like putting our own like kind of little spins on things, you know.
Yep. So I want to talk about your early days. Young Joey, little Joey. I did hear some things already, and I don't want you to have to repeat yourself too much. I have heard you say that you started playing guitar at 8 years old. You started on a 3/4 size nylon string guitar, which is so lovely and cute and special. But I want to go back to earlier than that, before you even could fathom having a guitar. Do you remember the first songs you heard that your parents maybe showed you, or what artists first struck you as a child that you were like listening to an album on repeat, or even just a song?
It would be like my dad's had such a big influence because he loves music. I'm really thinking Sam Cooke.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Like when I was younger, I used to do this thing when like it was a song I liked and I just start like dancing.
Yeah.
You know, as a kid, I'd just be like, yeah. Do you know the Eels?
Yes.
They've had quite a big influence, to be fair.
Okay.
And then I remember, oh God, how old was I? Just before I started, or maybe when I was kind of learning. But Dad bought me a CD of Tom O'Dell's Another Love album. And I was a little bit older then, but I fell in love with that. I'm just trying to think growing up. Got a lot of 80s music. So like Kate Bush.
Yep.
Wham. My mum loves Wet, Wet, Wet.
Your parents were putting you on the good stuff. Yeah.
Bit of Marty Pello. Oh, bless them. Yeah. Like we used to go like to a place called Cornwall, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where that is?
No.
In England? It's like near the coast. That's where you get a pasty from.
Oh, okay. I know what a pasty is.
A Cornish pasty. And then we used to be in the car and they used to play all sorts of stuff. So Kings of Leon, actually. God, I can't believe that just went over my head. Because that's like a heavy, heavy influence for me now. And we always used to listen to it. Yeah. We always used to listen to an album on the way. And I remember it was Kings of Leon, Come Around Sundown. I think that's their third album. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. And then we used to listen to Razorlight. Do you know Razorlight?
Mm-mm.
No? So that, yeah. I just remember In the Morning. You won't remember a thing. Yeah. But I'm getting lost in it now. You've like unlocked a memory.
I love
Yeah.
that. That's what I'm looking for. Well, and the follow-up to that question was going to be, I'm curious, who were the first singers that you emulated when you were trying to become a singer?
I think I spent a lot of time listening to Ben Howard actually.
Oh,
Like, and that was like okay. Like his second album, like his released studio album, it had I forget where we were on it. Uh Mumford and Sons, the Wilder Mind era, that's quite a big part. And then Kings of Leon, Tom O'Dowd. Um Guitar wise it was Hendrix, but
yeah.
then I play more rhythm now, and Jed Armour, that's him. He plays the lead.
Okay, I
Um
see.
so he's got loads of influences like Stevie Ray Vaughan and stuff. So it's all like blended in.
Yes.
It's really cool.
It's like
Yeah.
a mishmash of things.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah. So you talked about guitar a little bit. You said Hendrix. Do you remember the first song you learned on guitar?
Do you remember the band called Fun?
Yes.
So Why Am I the One?
This is our age difference right here, because I was like a fully fledged like high schooler, I think, when
Yeah.
fun was
Yeah.
popular.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love it. So Why Am I the One, which is off the Some Nights album. Fantastic album, by the way. Yeah. Bow, 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 bow. I can remember it now.
Wow. Are you an
Yeah.
album guy? Do you like the art of the album versus just everybody popping out singles all the time?
I love an album, but I think these days, because of stuff like Spotify and I am guilty of just listening to singles.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
it's easier that way for sure. But I
Yeah.
do love a good album, especially a
Oh, yeah.
concept album, something that has like a
Yeah.
bigger message and meaning or story or something like that.
Yeah. And that reminds me, Pink Floyd. My
There you
dad used to
go.
play. There you go. It's coming out already. Yeah. Dad used to play a lot of that.
So, did you do any formal vocal or guitar training when you were growing up, or were you fully self-taught?
I did guitar training with a wonderful guitar teacher called John Parker,
Okay.
which he's from Cirencester, which is the small little town where Liam Gallagher's just moved to, actually, just around it.
Oh,
It's just so funny. So that's when I was saying near Cheltenham. But yeah, I was with John for like 9 years, I think. Lovely guy, taught me so much. Vocal training, I haven't had masses. It's kind of just teach myself.
mm-hmm.
Recently, as things are getting, busier, I want to look after my voice. So I've been working with a wonderful vocal coach called Juliet Russell.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love that.
So yeah, I'd say yeah. Some of it's half and half self-taught, but trying to do it the right way. But guitar tunes too.
Were there artists when you were, growing into your musicianship and figuring out who you are as an artist that kind of kept you going throughout the years, that you'd be like maybe losing the spark and then you'd be like, yeah, you put on like Kings of Leon or something and it'd be like, yeah, no, I need to do this.
Yeah, I think definitely Kings of Leon, Ben Howard. Another name I haven't mentioned, but Declan McKenna was like oh damn, like that's like he's a little bit older than me. Why can't I do that?
I was just gonna say, like, it's interesting, like, the different levels of inspiration that we take. Like, there's, like, the big stage inspiration, which, is, like, for me, it's, like, Paramore, Evanescence, like, the big dream. And then there's, like, the little artists that are, like, reminding me that it's still real, that even if I don't get to Paramore level, that, like, this guy's doing it. I can do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and it's another one that I absolutely adore, who in recent years, since like 2019 or 2020, Current Joys.
Current
Do you know
Joys.
Current Joys?
Current
He is
Joys.
such a genius. Such a genius.
Nick
He was in
Radigan?
yes, Nick, yeah.
Okay.
So he I think originated Surf Curse,
Okay.
where their song blew up quite well, it's quite big anyway, but Freaks. It's like I know that's it's so much better than that, but that that
You
blew
did
up on.
great.
Yeah, that's what I look like on stage, by the way, for everyone watching.
Wow, we just got a free show, you guys.
That band like released that album, Surf Curse. It's Freaks is the song, and then he's also got his own project, which is Current Joys, which unreal, so good, so good. I think he produces it all as well. Just a genius.
Wow, that is crazy. That is crazy. So I did also find out that you are an alumnus of BIMM, which was interesting because I guess it used to be called the Brighton Institute of Modern Music, and now it's called the British and Irish Modern Music Institute. British and Irish Modern Music. Yeah, I was confused. Either way, did you always know that you were going to want to pursue music in university? And the reason I ask like that is because when I was growing up as a musician, I was under the impression that the university part of things was irrelevant, unnecessary. I was going to become Amy Lee from Evanescence from just being in my band. And why would I plan to go to university? And then, of course, you know, you get older and I'm like, no, I do want to go to school for music. So I did as well. But did you always know that you wanted to study at that higher level?
I think so. I've always wanted to pursue music since I remember it was actually right back in secondary school, which about then I was like 13, 14. And everyone was like, what are you going to go on to and study on it? So you've got primary school, secondary school, college, and then you've got university, right? I think is that different how you guys do it?
It's the same. We just have different names, but it's the same thing.
Also, okay. Because we were speaking to the careers, and I said, well, what I really want to do is something to do with music. Miss Hicks was her name. God bless her. And then she was like, well, why didn't you go to college and do a music tech level 3 BTEC thing? And I was like, okay. So I went and did that at college, and I was like, I'm loving this. Been playing for this long, been writing for so however many years. And then that's when I ended up going to BIM. So the idea with BIM, okay, was to get a degree and say I'm studying music, but it was to network and meet the band. I didn't know who I was going to meet, but then that's when I met Dead Armour, Logan Kettle, Sam Fuller, and those guys are just fantastic. So I think from what I wanted at BIM, I got out of it, which was great networking opportunities. Like the lecturers at BIM are fantastic, and the facilities they've got. But then meeting the band, soon as we finished BIM, I was like, right, bang, let's get it going, and then we did. So they're with me now. Well, they're not here with me now, but they're with me now.
Right.
It's when they will pop around the corner like, hi.
Like, hey, we've been here the whole time.
Yeah. That was kind of my idea with BIM, to go and network and meet, you know, fantastic musicians and have
Smart. So. Those people are really hardworking. That's definitely what I learned from going to university for music. I don't know what your experience was like, but it is a very intense program, the music program. And having, you know, I mean, was music tech like that? Did you have to have an instrument that you claimed and like do the juries twice a semester or whatever it is and all that stuff?
Yeah, it was college. What was it like? It was like it was a lot of like the mixing side.
Okay.
But I'm not good at that. I'll be honest.
I'm
not massive. I'm not good at that. But it was to keep just being familiar with, you know, with music and stuff. It was good because it taught me a lot about Logic.
Yeah, that's great.
I can do a very, very soft, rubbish mix of a demo, but that's good enough because then we obviously take it. Well, I take it to the band and I call it the skeleton of the song, right?
Right.
And then they'll add their own spin on each part that I've done. So most of the time I'll write the drums, the chords, the bass. The bass is the most simple bit because Logan adds so much spice to it.
Yeah, you just keep it to like the root note of the chord.
Yeah, no, you got it exactly. And then we take it to the studio, which we work with a guy called Callum Wotherspoon, which he's an absolute genius. Yeah, I just love the process, you know.
The process is amazing. It's all about the journey, you know.
Oh yeah.
Were you exposed to any genres in school that you otherwise wouldn't have listened to that you thought were interesting?
I think like quite a wide range. I think at uni, I was living with a guy and he liked a lot of jazz, and then I ended up going down the Duke Ellington rabbit hole.
Yeah,
I know that's like one of like the goats of the jazz world,
totally.
but
Duke
I was
Ellington, Ella Fitzgerald, that whole
yeah, and it was
crew.
like that kind of stuff. Like it's not something I've really dived into, but I was listening and I was like, oh yeah. And then I watched Big Mouth, and then Duke Ellington was in it, and I was like, oh my god, it's him.
You're like, I know that guy.
Yeah.
I have had quite a few artists from Bristol here on my show, thanks to AK and the Youthquake team, of course. And I have been asking, so I'm curious what your experience was growing up in the Bristol music scene. Were there some local artists that you looked up to, or even some bigger mainstream artists that came out of the area that you were learning from? Even just like maybe modeling like the behavior of a musician in the local scene and that sort of thing.
Yeah. I think like one of the first things when you hear about BIM as well in Bristol is George Ezra studied at BIM Bristol only for a short while, but that's like, oh wow, he's from here. I'm not sure. I might be wrong because I wasn't really here when they were kind of in the scene. I don't know if Wet Leg were
Wet
in the
Leg?
Bristol.
Were
I
they?
don't.
Oh, we
I
gotta look it
might
up.
be wrong. Quickly double check.
I
I don't
heard
know if I'm
myself
wrong.
screaming out of your phone. Is Wet Leg from Bristol? I love Wet Leg.
Like, were they? I swear they've had some kind of.
They're from Isle of Wight.
I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
Oh, that would have been such a cool one to claim for Bristol. Damn.
Yeah, that would have obviously Massive Attack. That's like they are.
Oh, that's
genuinely
huge. I didn't
massive.
know that.
Yeah. Wait, let's quickly. I'm certain they're from Bristol because
I believe you.
everyone's
I'm not
got
going to look it up. They're from Bristol.
Okay. Yeah, there's like some amazing. There's amazing like lower down local musicians. Like there's also like at our uni. I'm gonna give them a shout out to be fair because they're smashing it. They're called Honey Buzz,
Honey Buzz.
and like this room I'm in right now, the bassist from Honey Buzz was living in here. So
That's
funny.
so cool. Honey Buzz. What kind of
Yeah.
music do they do?
I'd say it's like the same as mine. Alternative indie,
Indie.
like indie slash. They're great, really nice guys as well.
That's cool. It sounds like there was a rich scene in Bristol for you all to grow up in. So it sounds like you did get some pretty decent exposure to musicians like making it a living, even if you're not, like a huge star. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
So your music, it does touch on some very difficult topics that you draw inspiration from, which I wanted to clear up a little bit. I did look it up, but I wanted to get your take on it. So there's elements of addiction, mental health, heartbreak. I'm curious, have you had personal experiences with addiction or with people with addiction, or was it more of a metaphor for toxic relationships?
It's more massively metaphoric.
Okay.
Basically, it's like I'm not gonna throw any names in or anything, but it's like I've seen it ruin or people struggle, and I've almost taken pinches of salt from that, and I'm like, right, it's like Dirty Cigarette. I think just in general, a lot of people smoke cigarettes anyway.
People do.
Which,
It's
if
not
you do,
good.
if you do, fair enough. It's not great, but I basically compared that. That was like my first big metaphoric kind of way at looking at writing. I was in a relationship. It was not great, but I didn't want to leave the relationship, and I kept consuming the relationship, but it was doing me damage. And I compared that to a cigarette. I was like, we've all been on evenings out and you have a cigarette and oh yeah, you feel great, and then the next day you're like,
Why did I
oh
do that?
yeah. That's so horrible of me to say out loud, isn't it?
No, but you know what? It's real.
Yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. And then another song is called Snowflake, which the first lyrics are is a bit intense. It's called She's Been Sniffing Snowflake from Day to Day, which is literally about someone doing,
Oh,
the
I
really
know.
naughty stuff.
I know about
Yeah,
the snowflake.
yeah. And that was just like, I'm gonna put that in there. I know it's really raw, but it's just me being raw, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna just put it in there. I'm never gonna throw any names at anyone or anything like
Right.
that because that's not me. But
No, of course. It's real.
I'm
It's
just
real to
using it.
you.
Yeah,
It's your
yeah,
truth. It's your story. You're telling your story and you have control of the narrative and how much people know and
yeah,
unfortunately it's super relatable content, you know.
yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's the real side of it, and it's trying to show that it's humane. I think like the mental health side of it. I can suffer from anxiety. I know we all can, but it's like it's preaching to that as well to be like it does get better.
Right. Right.
In some kind of way. But yeah, it's dark topics over like I want to say uplifting-ish sounds. Other than
Yes.
Bloodbath. Bloodbath was really like ragey. I wasn't happy.
It's funny because like I said, like you follow me, so you see the range of heavy that most people bring me. But I've been playing your music between like on my bathroom breaks and stuff because I'm like, oh, I'm having Joey on like next week, so during my bathroom break I'm gonna play like clean. And yesterday I played Bloodbath, and from seeing you in other interviews, I know you've called that song like such a dark and heavy song, but my community was like, oh, this is so sweet. This is
I
so
did
light and
think
fun.
I did think like compared to what you have on the show, it would be like
No, we do get such a variety of people that appreciate different types of music. I love a lot of types of music. I think my range is the widest, I would say. So you're like all up in my wheelhouse. I like hip hop. I like jazz. I'm like way out there. But people really liked your music. But Bloodbath, I would say, is the best one. Like it went over the best with everyone in the community, I would say.
thank you. Yeah, it was that one's it's quite a naughty topic. It's about basically I just found out a load of things about a relationship, and then you've started a bloodbath where the metaphor is in that is a like think of you're running yourself a bath. You go into it, what is it? It's warm, right? Nice
Hmm.
and warm. So a bloodbath is you've boiled my blood because I'm angry,
I
even though
see.
it's really sweet to your community.
You're like, oh, Bloodbath. How
Yeah,
sweet.
I'm gonna go and have a bloodbath
That
now.
sounds nice. Are there bubbles?
Yeah.
I did want to ask because I think Bloodbath was the precursor, right, to Clean. And obviously you came out of that situation. I was just curious, what did you do or what have you done in the past to break bad cycles when you see yourself in a situation that you're like, I can't be doing this. This is bad. Maybe you hit the cigarette one more time, but you're like, we got to get out of here, guys. What's your go-to like comfort, or how do you anchor yourself to get out of that?
Oh, I think it's me being honest. Like, obviously, we all are there for ourselves. I think the one person who I'm always like, right, I need a bit of help here is my dad. I'll give him a phone call and I'll be like, right, I pretty much call him every day. Um, and I think he's been my rock. He still is.
Love that.
Yeah, I think yeah, he's great. I love my dad. Obviously, I love my mum as well. But
No shade, Mom.
yeah, no, I'm not forgetting anyone. Then I'm gonna start listing off everyone now. It's like, why
And
did
my
you mention
Aunt Susan and my Uncle Bob, and I have a cousin that's pretty nice.
yeah, yeah. No, I think I just whenever I'm in a bad cycle or anything that I'm feeling, I'll just be writing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's weird. Sometimes I'll just sit there and I'm like, I don't want to write lyrics today, so I'll just start writing like riffs or like little sounds on the guitar. And I'm like, oh, that's nice to save them. Or then it'll be lyrics, which my notepad on my phone is just full of like, I'll literally be like walking down a road and then something will hit me, and I'm just like, I've got to get it down. Because if I forget it, I'll think it's the best lyric ever, and I'll never remember it.
That is such a singer thing. That is such a singer thing. Singers do that all the time. Do you ever do it in the middle of the night?
Yeah, I'll be in bed, and I'm like trying to go
Yeah.
to sleep, and I'm like, oh no, I need to write this down.
Oh no!
Yes, I need to write it down. Like, I
That's
need
so
to.
good.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, let's talk about the evolution of your sound, your influences, your storytelling. We have talked about your influences quite a bit, or at least the music that you grew up listening to.
Yeah.
But specifically, I find it interesting when I'm listening to a singer or guitar too. I can do it with guitar too, and I can pick up on the little, like there's a little run here and there. There's a sound that you're picking up on that you're doing. Kings of Leon was the first thing that stood out to my community when we were listening to your music, especially Clean. Clean, I think, has a lot of Kings of Leon like reference in it. I definitely hear the 1975 Matt Healy influence in your voice for sure. I think I also hear, and I have a big Muse fan here in my audience, a little Matt Bellamy or even Tom York from Radiohead. I don't know if those were influences of yours.
Radioheads.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought so. Your early songs, so early for Spotify, right? So Falling that was in 2022. And then Oh Man, It's Her a couple years later. Were giving me like the Ed Sheeran, Kings of Leon, singer-songwriter, really reverby type vibe.
Yeah.
On Hands High, I was getting the Killers. Are you a Killers fan?
The Killers? Oh, yeah, I love the Killers. That's another one. It's like...
I got you.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Another reason why I think I was picking out the Tom York and Matt Bellamy sound is your use of the siren sound.
Yeah. I'd say definitely Radio. That was another one that Dad used to play. And then like Fake Plastic Trees.
Mm-hmm.
When I was at uni, I don't know what this was always one that I kept listening to. This is a really weird side story. I was at uni, I was in my dorm and I had all these people around and I was like, oh, listen to this. Do you like this? And someone was eating beans. And then I was like, oh, this is Fake Plastic Trees. Do you know Radiohead? And obviously people are like, yeah, I do. And, weird music. Like,
oh
we
my
like
God.
this. And then someone was like, what do you mean? Fake plastic beans? And they had the beans in their hand.
Oh my God.
It's the weirdest story. Yeah, no, I love Radiohead. This is going to be really weird probably for you to hear as well. I think like vocally, not his rappy stuff, his softer stuff and kind of his bit heavier stuff. XXX Tentacion had a weird influence on me from when I was younger. I don't listen to him much now because I don't want to be sad.
Right.
Like his new music just made me sad. Yeah, I think he's had a weird influence on me as well. Like there's just all these weird different genres. Definitely Frank Ocean and Current Joys, which I've previously mentioned. Current Joys, Nick's had a big influence.
What would you say has been the biggest influence on the shift in your tone from those early days of, I'm going to say Falling as like early days, to the sound that you're getting now? And do you see yourself continuing to get heavier?
Will we get heavier? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I love heavy music. Like, not heavy music as heavy as I think your community does. I don't know, like, it's just whatever I'm feeling. It's really weird. If I'm like, because at the moment, I'm like, oh, we've got quite a lot of uplifting songs. I want to write or just release some kind of ballad,
Yeah, okay. Ballad?
Some love song. I'm not in love, but...
That's what I was going to say. What's the inspiration going to be? Wait, do you have any friends that are in love? Because I really like that when an artist can be like an objective eye at a situation and just like behold the love, cherish the love, describe it, give it life.
My friends, yeah, a lot of them are in relationships and settling down, I guess, and I am not.
A ballad to yourself about your singleness.
Yeah, I think it's always good to have like, I don't know, like I think I want to like not change the tone in general, but just have something that's a little like, oh, that's sweet. Like, you guys think that bloodbath, but like to me, like my bloodbath to you guys, if that makes sense.
Right.
Um, yeah, I really want to play with some lyrics at the moment. I've started writing a song. Who knows where it will go, but it's about me being single, and I've grown up and I've looked around, and the first lyrics are, there's tension in the room, I can feel it in my bones, because he slept with your wife, now he's got a bloody nose. Like,
Oh.
like I know that's, a bit naughty. But yeah, I was just like, it's called You Live and Learn, but I was sat there like, I'm glad that's not me.
Right.
I'm quite glad I'm on my own at the moment.
Yeah.
But that's only because I've seen some of my friends have had issues.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
I like when artists do love songs that aren't necessarily love towards like a person, per se. Sometimes it's like a love towards the fans, a love for music, like an appreciation, like personifying music in a way where it's like, I love you. I don't know where I'd be without you. That's always a cool concept to me. It depends what your relationship is with it yourself,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, I'm on such a I write in like twos. I write like two songs that sound similar-ish, and then I'll move on and then do another two, and yeah,
So
I call it.
bloodbath and clean.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, definitely. I don't know. I get lost in writing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll be writing something and I'm like, I really love this, and then I'll start something else and I forget about that one, and then I finish the other one and I come back to that one. I think that's just my brain.
Right. So that brings me to another question that I wanted to ask you. I know that you definitely use your music to define moments in your life where you've said in the past you kind of use music to open and close chapters in your life, so to speak. But I'm curious about that verbiage. Do you think that the writing process, when you're writing the music, it helps you to cathartically like process your emotions? Or are you just documenting a moment that happened and really the music is like this secondary thing? Or is it like intertwined with the way you feel about it?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of both. I definitely am like intertwined in a moment, because instead of me acting on the situation, or I kind of take myself away from that situation I'm dealing with, I'll just go and write about it, happy or sad.
Mm-hmm.
Um, or something will just stem for ages and it'll just be like snowballing, and I'm like, can't deal with this. Bang, it just comes out a song. It's
Mm-hmm.
weird. But yeah, I think I like it, any experience, because that's just motivation for me to write.
Yeah, of
Like I said,
course.
happy or sad. Yeah.
Of course. What would you say are the upsides and downsides of wearing your emotions on your sleeve through your songwriting?
Uh, I'm gonna be honest. If it's about relationships, you get messages being like, "Is that about me?"
Has that happened? I was curious about that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's so
yeah.
funny. I could just picture all the girls whose hearts you've broken and they're just messaging you like, this better not be about me, Joey. What we had was something special.
It was. I remember like, oh man, it's her. So this is actually my previous relationship. I remember that song came out, and then everyone, like my friends and stuff, were like, "Oh, is that about your current?" I said, "No, it's not about anyone. It was. It wasn't about anyone whatsoever. Like it was
Was it a
just one of
made up
those.
situation?
I just kind of made up in my head. I
Okay.
think when I started writing that song, I was like, I had like it was like 3 years of on my own, like without any talking stage or anything, and I was just like, oh, to love again. And I was just like, I'm gonna write that. It just came out. It was like the little riff, which actually I think that was a bit influenced by Radiohead. Yeah.
Sounds like they're creeping in there.
Oh.
My last question with relation to you being so raw about your emotions with your music is, do you think it's healthy for people to use music as therapy?
Yes,
Me
definitely.
too.
Like, I think here's how I look at it, right? If you're in a really happy mood and you do put on a sad song, you are then going to be like, oh, like it does have that. It has power. It has a lot of power. That's obviously my opinion, and music's such a big subjective thing as a whole. Um, yeah, definitely. I'm feeling great. Like you're not gonna. Well, that's a lie. I go to the gym and listen to Lana Del Rey.
Period.
Yeah.
We all
Um,
do, Joey.
yeah, I'll be doing my bench press listening to video games. Um,
That's so perfect. You just think that everybody at the gym is like listening to some shit, and then there's Joey to
yeah.
Lana Del Rey.
But, no, I love Lana.
So
I
good.
actually think Lana's had an influence as well. There's another one.
That's
Like
a good
she's
one.
fantastic. She's great.
That's a good one.
But yeah, music
She
is definitely good for therapy.
agree. So, word on the street is you're a gamer, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What's going on? What's going on? What are you playing?
I haven't actually like this like at the moment. What have I been playing? High on Life, I completed that. Like, when did I have a bit of free time? I went home back to Cirencester to see my dad and all that. And I was like, look at this game. It's obviously like the Rick and Morty guys have made a game. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's Quanch Games. I played that and my dad was like, this is great. We're laughing and laughing and laughing at it. But recently the second one's just come out. So I'm going to probably put a bit more time into that. But at the moment, just obviously with like prepping and going to London and stuff, it's been a
Right.
bit hard to.
And you're a console only guy, right?
Yeah, I'm not a PC. I'm not a PC man, unfortunately. I do love. I'm guilty of playing a bit of FIFA. I know that's very lead of me.
Listen, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's what you got to do.
But
You got to play your FIFAs to get it out of your system. You play your
yeah,
FIFAs.
I think when I was younger, though, I was such a big Halo fan.
Yeah, that's a classic. I
It's
know
so good.
you're a little younger than me, I think, but I'm glad that they're still playing that. You know.
Oh, it's great. Like the new one. I don't know what it is now. Is it like Halo? Because Halo Guardians came out, and then what's the newest one? I was a bit disappointed with that one. The campaign was good.
I'm old, so I have no idea.
Oh, don't get me started on Minecraft. Like, that game rules.
Dude, every Minecraft has everybody in a chokehold.
Yeah, like Minecraft's great. Like me and my mates, they'll be like, "Oh, if you got a bit of free time," it's like, "Oh yeah, yeah." And then like we'll have a 2 week phase where we play it, and then that's just it. We don't play it for like another 2 years, and then we'll come back like 2 weeks, and then it's just gone.
So, when I first started streaming on Twitch, I was a horror game streamer. And I heard you really, really like Outlast. I heard that's your favorite game to play.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, Outlast is great. It's very it's scary.
Relaxing.
Yeah, I played that like I completed it like 3 or 4 times.
Jeez, that's a
Yeah,
lot.
I enjoyed that one. Each time I upped the difficulty.
Wow.
Um,
I'm
but I did
impressed.
want. Yeah, no, it was good. It was good, and I did it like I think the third time I played it, I was like, I'm gonna do it properly now, and I put the headphones on and everything. I was like,
Ah. Did you
yeah,
ever play the Outlast Trials?
no, that's something that because basically gaming's the only way I can really spend time with my mate
Mm-hmm.
from back, my best friend.
Yeah.
From back home. Kane Parker is his name, bless him. Um, and we'll play like games together, and that's like my chill time instead of watching TV. But we were talking, let's try and get on that Outlast Trials. But I think he was too scared to complete the first one.
Probably. It's very
So
scary. Even as someone who plays a lot of horror games, it's pretty intense.
yeah, there was one in lockdown I think it was like still is voted one of the scariest. Is it like Mirage or something?
Oh, it's Visage.
Yes. I started playing that and I was like, I'm gonna have to give up here.
That one's pretty
This is
fucked up. There's Visage and Madison.
yeah. Is that
Yeah.
the same?
They're
The same
they're
people?
similar. They're similar. Yeah. But Visage, I couldn't finish it.
No. Yeah, I remember we
Scary.
started it and I was like, this is a bit too much for me. I'm not
It's
gonna lie.
intense, but
Yeah.
it's fun for a laugh. I like horror games because you like, yeah, there's people that grind, but for the most part, everybody gets down to the same level of being scared shitless.
Yeah.
There's like not a lot of sweats in the horror game scene. It's just people trying to make each other laugh.
Yeah. It's good. It is good fun and Dead by Daylight. I don't know if you're a fan of that.
Yep, big fan.
We played a bit of that, but then it got really sweaty, and then we stopped playing it.
Yep. Exactly. Shika said Trials is better because you can hold your friend's hand. Exactly.
He'll probably like that, to be fair.
Would you ever write a song for a video game? Like,
I'd
how they
love
do
to.
for like League of Legends and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, that'd be so cool.
It'd be pretty epic.
That'd be so amazing. I'd love to.
What video games would you say have the best music?
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't know if this is because of the nostalgia side of it, but Minecraft soundtrack is actually so good.
I thought it was going to be that or Halo.
Yeah, Halo, unreal. But I was gonna say, to be fair, Battlefront 2 Star Wars, but that's just Star Wars. Like, that's just so
Right.
iconic. When you load it up, it's like. What has really good music? Like GTA, but that's got like pretty much a live.
Yeah.
What have we been playing? What did we play over Christmas? That was Marvel Legends.
Oh,
That's got
yeah.
some cool soundtrack to it. I quite like superheroes. I'm a nerd.
Doom. That's some old
Yes.
head shit. Have you played Doom?
Doom, no. I had to go
Old.
on the Games Pass. They've got like the original one.
Mm-hmm.
But I was so rubbish at it.
Yeah, the old, Giner, my fiance and I, we're just playing the old Mario Party 3 from GameCube.
Yeah,
That shit was sweaty, dude. We were both on the edge of our seat on the couch slamming buttons. Like, it was hard.
That's great. I haven't played Wii Party in ages. Did you ever have a Nintendo Wii?
No, I didn't have the Wii. No, I was.
They have Wii Party on there.
Oh, is that a good one?
That's like the Mario Party. Is so funny.
Oh, okay, Wii Party. Yeah. We gotta get on that, babe. Wii Party. Yeah, I never got to experience that, but I'm a big Mario Party fan. Huge.
Yeah, and then that's like where you had like Mario Kart on it as well, like the Wii, the Nintendo Wii, the 2008, I think it came out.
Oh, you remember?
Oh yeah, I loved it.
Wow. Shiner said, I camped out at GameStop for the UPS truck. They were hard to get. Wow, I didn't realize what a big deal it was. I had my N64 and I was golden. And then the next one I think I got after that was a PS2. And then I just kind of like gave up after that because I was in college by that point. So I didn't really care anymore.
Oh, that's fair. Did you play like the Mario 64? The one that's so hard.
I love that game.
I could never complete it.
I've completed it a couple times just for funsies because I love it. But like N64, that was my peak gaming era. Like I'm not good at new games to the point that I don't like playing with my friends. Like everybody's playing fucking Overwatch right now. That's all everybody's talking about, Overwatch. And I can't do it. I don't want to do it. It's too hard for me and everyone's going to be better than me and I'm not going to have fun.
Yeah, no, that's so fair. You don't like Fortnite or anything?
No, I just because I'm bad at it. If I play with like a group of friends where they don't care that I'm bad, we can have fun.
Yeah.
But it's when you get one person in the group that's like, oh, come on, man, you suck. I'm like, I know. There's a lot of colors and pretty things, and I just want to have fun. I like PUBG. Do you know what PUBG is?
Yeah, I played that on my phone for a bit.
Yeah. Nice and slow.
Yeah. That was good. That was good. Like Call of Duty Warzone's pretty fantastic. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
okay, you're a Warzone guy.
Yeah, that lockdown era of when it first came out. Because what was I doing? I was literally just writing music and just playing games. It was
Right.
heaven.
It's the best.
Yeah.
That is the end of my silly little questions, but I do have some songs to show you. So if you have a few minutes, do you mind checking
Yeah,
out a couple things? Okay.
of course.
You probably already know this, but I'll just tee it up by explaining what we do here. So I go live Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday here on Twitch. And on Thursday specifically, the show is dedicated to smaller artists. So I only accept artists that have less than 50,000 subscribers on YouTube or listeners on Spotify monthly. Sounds like a big number, but it's not. And we just try to give them some exposure. So that's why you see a lot of like names that you don't recognize on my short form places like Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts, TikTok, and all that shit, because I'm trying to find smaller bands, So my community goes out and they find these smaller bands and they bring them to me. We react together. So whenever I have a guest on, we try to find something where it kind of will fit in with the style of music that my guest makes. So you're a little different than some of the music that we typically listen to, but after listening to all the songs available to me that you have out there, you do definitely use some elements that we really like. So I was asking for like some alt rock and some shoegaze from my community. Like I said, I have a viewer that's here right now, Nintendo. His name is Nintendo Rudy, and he's a big Muse fan, big shoegaze fan. So he brought me a song for you. So let's check it out.
Me.
It's you!
Oh my!
You're on TV! Here you go. Thoughts?
That was amazing. You know what? I really like that like bridge breakdown bit.
Yeah. The piano thing?
That reminded me with the vocals. Like, I mean, this is a massive compliment as well. Queen, Love of My Life.
Yeah.
That was giving me that vibe for a second.
Oh, that's so cool. That's actually a much better comparison than the one I was going to make.
What were you going to say?
It was reminding me of Black Parade.
Yeah?
By My Chemical Romance.
Okay.
It was giving me My Chemical Romance vibes. But I think Queen is actually a more accurate read on it.
Just that breakdown bit, but like the overall, I can see your suggestion as well.
I liked it too. I like songs that have a lot of different elements. I like when it keeps it moving along, so I'm like, staying engaged and interested. I like that there's a lot of different instruments. I think that like pop music can get really lazy, where it's a double-edged sword, right? Because you don't want there to be too much going on where it's like, what the fuck is going on? But at the same time, I want to see musicianship, like I want to see something fucking cool that like impresses me. That's not just the same 4 chords in a different key, like Wonderwall,
That music video was so cool.
The music video was really cool, very theatrical, which is another thing you appreciate, that it's not just like some girl in the woods, it's like got different things going on.
Yeah, that really complemented the song, like together.
Yeah, agreed. Okay, we'll do one more. Nintendo, of course, you missed it, the one that you brought. But it's okay, Nintendo, because the other two that I found were your submissions from earlier in the year as well. So Here is another one that he had brought me before that I thought you might like.
Thoughts in my head, they got me dreaming of silence. And so I'm filling my lungs, waiting for you to reply. So why don't you call me wherever you hide? You know I'll take you anywhere that you like. Out of your body, or out of your mind. Nothing left to lose and I got nothing to hide. You know I'm gonna take it and run. I've been waiting too long, burning holes in my eyes. I'm never over, out of your life. Face it, it's gone, no more patience. It's gone, only one step behind. I'm never over, out of your life.
Little simpler, that one.
That was so cool. I've got like 3 that reminded me. Well, like I could see.
Okay, go for it. Hit it. 3.
Arctic Monkeys in the kind of way that the vocals were kind of portrayed at some point,
Yeah,
which was
the vocals.
amazing.
Definitely.
I've got Miles Kane.
Oh, I don't know that one. Miles Kane. Let me write that down.
The Miles Kane.
Miles
He
Kane.
actually, yeah, you can still see me, can't you?
No.
Oh.
I got scared. Joey, are you in there?
I'm here. Which is, I just want to quickly get that.
He's trapped in the interwebs. Oh, he's back.
Kane did a song with Lana Del Rey called Dealer.
Ah, okay.
Amazing.
Okay.
Is that kind of vocal? And then I was actually getting Youngblood a little bit from there.
Oh, he was doing the like accent that Youngblood sings in. It's not his normal accent.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah. I agree with something that Davasaurus in my chat said, which is, it sounds like the Blue Stones. Do you know the Blue Stones?
I don't.
Okay, you would probably really like them. They're a little bit heavier than you, but not too much. Do you know Nothing But Thieves?
Yes. Oh, If I Get High. I know that's like their biggest song.
Yes.
I used to listen to that so much. I feel like they were influenced by Radiohead a little bit with that song.
Totally.
That's just my opinion.
So Nothing But Thieves and the Blue Stones are kind of like in a similar realm. Do you know Royal Blood or Rival Sons?
Yeah, Royal Blood. Yeah.
Okay, so those are like a little heavier. Blue Stones are a little more pop. They're even a little poppier than Nothing But Thieves, honestly. You'd probably really like them.
Okay.
They're very mainstream.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a listen after this.
Yeah, but I liked that too. So that song for me that we just listened to is more of like the music that I write. That's like my vibe.
Oh, I like that. That was really cool.
Yeah. Cool. I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad we found some songs that you liked. That was my goal. We found 2 that you liked. Yes. So we're 2 for 2. So that's all I had for you today. I kept it short and sweet because I was anticipating you were going to have to leave. This is usually the point in the show where I ask my guest if you have anything you'd like to promote, any events coming up, any teasers, any new music, just maybe something cool you want to tell us that's like exclusive for only us to know.
Yeah. Well, the one thing is Dirty Cigarette.
There we go. Okay, you're on the big screen now.
I'm on the big screen. I'm on the TV. Dirty Cigarette, which was my first introduction to like BBC, with the track of the week and stuff. It's been reworked now, and it's called Dirty Cigarette. I'll Never Forget, which comes out tomorrow, which is the 26th. So if you do like my stuff, go and have a little listen, see what you think. We've got more music on the way, basically. Like, I do want to do something with that song called Snowflake. I didn't like the song for a while. But like, yeah, I don't know if it's something I'll release as a single because it's quite, I don't know. Some people might listen to it and I was a bit controversial, but it's the rawness of it. But I think the plans are to hopefully get, an EP out eventually. That's early thoughts, but I'm
Okay.
enjoying the release of singles at the moment.
Right. I get it. I do love a good EP and a good album, but I totally get it. Enjoy the process, You're getting so much great exposure with BBC in your pocket. It's nice.
Oh, they're great. Yeah, it's I'm just loving it. And I want to say a big thank you to you as well, Laila.
Thank you.
For having me and the lovely community.
Absolutely. Oh, Madza just got here and said, "Oh, hello, an interview. Great. Well, it's over. I'm so sorry. But the good news is it is recorded, and I will edit it down a little bit and get rid of some of the, the awkwardness. Like, the 5 minutes where neither of us were here. Maybe we can cut that out."
I will take responsibility for that. My phone had a funny 5 minutes, I think.
I like to think we tag teamed together to create that problem. So my technology and your technology failed together. It was a group project, I think. But thank you so much for coming on my show. I appreciate you taking the time to do this. As always, I'm here for you. Any new releases, send them my way. My community loves getting sneak previews at shit. So if you have a little early sneak peek at something, send it our way. There's definitely some people here who really appreciate your music, myself included. So thank you again. Appreciate you.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Laila.
Of course. I'm going to end the stream here. I'm not going to raid out you guys. Thank you for hanging out with us. Joey, I'll see you backstage in 1 second. And for everyone else, I hope you have a great day. Make good choices. Goodbye.
I met you there. I took you there. I'll take you there. From what I'm worth, an empire built.